All right, let's move on to SAMs. All right, rather melee DPS. All right, my preferred of which is Samurai. So Samurai's your kind of generic trait is going to be Duelist. So that's right over here, and then Double Edge, which is a singular action trait. All right, so you can. There's a couple of ways to make Duelist Wisdom. You can either do Skirmisher, Double Edge, Backstep, Bloodbath, Double Edge. All right. So I like to do the Backstep Bloodbath Double Edge, just because it uses up backsteps, which is nice because you're not using them for anything else. So let's go ahead and actually make a trait like this. So it'll be Backstep Bloodbath Double Edge and then Double Edge on the other side. So let's see if we succeed. It is a 70% trait, and we did. So let's go ahead and use it. So the nice thing about Duelist is that it does increase your HP by 15%. So this is a pretty nice increase. So I'll actually turn off our echo because there's no echo inside BA to see how this is. So you start as a SAM with full gear, I have about 12.7k HP. With my Duelist on, I'll go to 14 and some. So yeah, that is Duelist. So the other part of this is Double Edge. So let's go ahead and read this. It increases the damage you deal while also dealing damage to self over time, right? And this is per stack. So you can see stacks increase every 3 seconds up to 16, and then for each stack, the physical damage you deal increases by 15%, and then the damage to self is increased by a potency of 360. So let's see this in action. So you can see I just took a tick of 378, then 716, about 1,000. So it doesn't exactly, right? So steadily increasing by about 300 every time. So yeah, you can see really as we start increasing in stacks, we do get up there, right? And we do go up to 16 stacks here, right? So I'll kind of show you guys how it looks like as we're going on. And I'll turn it off here, right? Because the next hit would have killed me. So what's the benefit of this, right? Because it does look pretty scary. Well, of course, you're going to have healers in your party. You're going to have cure tanks in your party who are going to be healing everyone. And so the damage itself, while it might look concerning, can be pretty easily mitigated. And then the benefits are obvious, right? For each stack, you increase damage by 15%. And so you're doing a ton of damage as you increase stacks over time, right? And then as you just saw me do, you can turn it off if you do feel uncomfortable. And that's done by right-clicking on the double edge icon on your buff bar. Right? But yeah, essentially, you kind of want to do your melee combo, whatever you have, Midari, Mekios, Midaris, everything into this double edge window. How do you use it? Essentially 20 seconds before you pull a boss, you want to turn this on, right? So it'll be on 20 seconds beforehand. You can also do the nice thing for healers in your cure tanks and use a Eureka Pot, right? So Eureka Pot can, if you match it up the timings, it can counteract and, give you a small heal as you go through. So you can see I'm getting a tick of about 1,300 HP as I'm taking damage, which is a great mitigation tool, right? For the self damage that you take. And hey, combined with something like, your second wind means that you can actually sustain this damage by yourself for quite a bit of time, right? Especially if you pop Bloodbath at some point and you regain a bonus of the damage that you do end up taking, right? So yeah, it's a great tool. I'm going to turn this off now. But yeah, it's a really great tool for the arsenal, especially for melee DPSs, and that's why you'll see so many, is that we want the run to go as fast as possible, and so we like these stacks. So yeah, like I said, turn it on about 20 seconds before a boss starts, and then once you engage, you'll have built up a few stacks, and you'll be able to do quite a bit of your kind of hard-hitting combo inside of this double edge window. So yeah, that's your melee DPS trait.